Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Pillars of Eternity, the White March. We are in the small moon of Karen's Scar, going after here to defeat or to stop the Eyeless. We just defeated that huge Kraken that was here, plus some Eyeless that came down to assault us during the middle of our attack. So what we have to do is hit this with the hammer, which is what he has, and keep hitting it, and we need to get the Eyeless to hit it too along with us, and it's going to kill us supposedly. It's supposed to cause everything to cave in and we'll all die. So let us see what happens. How can we... Okay. An enormous crystal jets from the wall like a spearhead protruding from a wound. An army of reflections stares back at you from the crystal's perfect facets. It echoes the sound of your footsteps in soft, ringing hums.
Let me do this. I've spent so long regretting my choices. It would be good to balance the scales.
Oh. Someone will have to take up Abaddon's hammer and strike the crystal, and Ondra warned that whoever does so will be buried in this place with the Eyeless. Whom do you choose? Well, I don't have... Oh yeah, I do have Eyeless with me. Should we let Manila do it? She volunteered. So I thought our whole party would be sacrificed. Will I lose? Let's draw... step back and consider this. What do I have on her that I don't want to lose? I think I gave her, no. She doesn't have anything too special. I was thinking I had given her some pets, but I didn't. And maybe I need to rest ahead of time. So let's go ahead and do that, because we are somewhat damaged. Alright, so we're going to let you do this, Manila.
Let me do this.
Okay. So if I didn't have Manila with me, would someone else volunteer? So let her do it. She wants to do it. It is silent as you approach Manila.
When I became a gift bearer, I never figured it'd be my own corpse I left in Ondra's depths. Still, it'll be good to do something I don't regret.
She was a gift bearer, so it makes sense, doesn't it? Manila hefts the hammer and swings it at the crystal. A perfect clear tone rings through the air and resonates through your teeth. Seconds later, ripples shiver through the water. Something big is coming. We already killed the Kraken! Manila lifts the hammer again and gives you a final nod. You scramble out of the flooded cavern and flee through the tunnels. Oh. Wow. Manila continues hammering at the crystal, each strike magnifying the last. The echoes build into physical tremors. Meanwhile, a heavier rhythm pulses through the cave. Footsteps, dozens of them. You round a corner only to see a line of Eyeless advancing. The creatures stagger to the rhythm of the hammer thuds below, yet they crane their necks towards you, ratcheting back their piston arms. Mirrored image. Cast mirrored image. What does that do? Mirrored image would make us look two of us. Let's do cast repulsing seal. Consider who will cast it. Durance. A glowing seal blooms from the ground. The first two Eyeless step onto it and fall backwards, taking most of the others with them. Dodge past Eyeless. You sprint past the distracted monsters. Fortunately, the creatures are too focused on the hammering to give chase. They continue toward the cavern. Manila maintains a steady tempo on the crystal. Eyeless gather in the cavern where they batter the walls in time with the hammer's rhythmic blows. The ground shakes. Falling rocks and shattering crystals splash to the ground. You flee through dark, rumbling corridors. More spellbound eyeless shamble along, but they're too entranced by the swelling cadence to take more than an idle swipe at you. The tunnel narrows, light filters through ahead. The exit must be around the next bend. But it's clogged with rubble. Meanwhile, the ground drops several feet at once, and the tunnel begins rolling on its axis. The distant sound of rushing water echoes from the cavern. Lever the rubble with the pry bar. There must be a weak spot, but it will take a practiced eye to find it. Who will clear the way? A practiced eye. Let's just give that to Eater. Eater wedges the pry bar into several different nooks, but can't seem to find a leverage point. There must be a weak spot, but it will take a practiced eye to find it. Okay, so it's not Eater. Probably me. You notice a loose boulder and wedge the pry bar beneath it. Pry bar. A gentle nudge knocks it loose and sends the rubble rolling away. Well, yeah, mechanics number 7. Yeah, that makes sense. The moon shudders again. You escape onto the ice just as another thunderous crash sounds from below. Eyeless continue pouring into the cavern from every visible tunnel and crevice. Manella's ears ring at the ever-growing campany of smashing rock and shattering crystal. Meanwhile, the water level is rising. I'm so sorry, Manella. A skull-splitting crack rends the air, and a surge of water knocks Manila from her feet. No! The entire cavern rotates, plunging Manila into a freezing soup of jagged metal, torn flesh, and stone. Sorry, this is choking me up a little bit. You dash across the lake. The ice squeals and crackles, rocking dangerously underfoot. The sinking moon groans. Long fissures race across the ice. Scout for a more sizable state. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the freezing rake. Consider it. Well, it has to be Aloth. A spectral hand sweeps the ice in front of Aloth. The ice sheets knit back together, holding just long enough for a safe crossing. Blah, blah. At last you reach the safety of the shore. In the middle of the lake, only the tip of the moon is visible above the ice. You watch in silence as it sinks into the depths. The world seems to be falling apart in slow motion. Manila sinks into the lake alongside the dark shapes of moon fragments and crushed eyeless. Manila's lungs burn. Sparks flicker across Manila's vision. I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up. I just got done reading a book called anyway, I was breaking the mood here. Manila's lungs burn. Sparks flicker across Manila's vision. Not sparks, scales. Oh, really? Scales? Languid gather in front of Manila, who notices something unusual in their iridescent eyes. A flicker of uncommon intelligence. Manila hears a whisper. You freed us from our prison in Durgan's battery. Consider our debt repaid. The Lagbithant, possessed by the spirits of Mariam and the other paragons, swarm and rush. See, a man wouldn't cry at this. Swarm and rush Manila to the surface. At last, Manila reaches the shallows. Manila punches through a thin crust of ice and crawls ashore, trembling but alive. Did I? Yes, I did. Anyway, as I was saying, I just finished a book called Cretaceous Canyon. It's a dinosaur book. It's very gory, graphic. It's horrible. But the ending was very unsettling and really didn't have an ending. I was kind of displeased with it. But anyway, it brought a lot of emotions to the surface, so this did not help. Anyway, you stand at the edge of the lake. The bobbing of the ice and the rippling of the water's surface slows until you're looking at a moment frozen in time. When the world begins moving once more, it moves in reverse. Moves in reverse? So we gained a lot of experience. Party gained, yeah, okay. The surface of the water turns and lolls like it's about to spew something up, and it does. The fragment of the moon rises unbroken. The ice formed across the surface of the lake, spreading its long freezing fingers. Eyeless file out of the moon fragments and onto the ice. They wind around the moon in ever-widening spiral. Really? They stop as the head of their line reaches you. They speak in a single voice that resonates with grinding metal and hissing steam. I was not expecting this at all.
We shatter and sink, discarded like worn tools. Why have you consigned us to oblivion?
You would have destroyed Katanua, Durgan Battery, and more. You would have killed many innocent people. Yeah, you would have destroyed Katanua, Durgan's Battery, and more. Their protest is as sharp as squealing metal.
Blasphemy! These are jewels of civilization. They are sacred. We would sooner sacrifice our own bodies than dislodge a single stone from such a place. Why do you torment us with baseless accusations?
You were changed from a preserver to a destroyer. Ondra changed you from a preserver to a destroyer. Who else could have done such a change to a mighty Paragon fortress? Yeah. The Eyeless are still, but you hear their gears whirl as their collective spirit ponders this. So they were protectors at one time?
Then we were betrayed.
Yes, you were transformed against your will. No, you were adapted to serve a new purpose. Wow. Maybe that depends on how you look at it.
A part of ourselves was cut away. And we were made to betray something we cherish.
You feel their bitter agony like a hammer strike. The legacy of the Egwithians, you mean?
The bedrock of civilization.
Some maybe attack the ice beneath them, slicing and shattering with mighty swings from their iron arms. And where the ice breaks, ancient towers rise, blotting out the blue sky and white peaks. Ondra wanted Egwithian civilization forgotten.
Better for her tides to ebb and her seas to dry up than to cover a single stone the Egwithians laid.
The ice shakes with the fury of the Eyeless.
Each culture builds on the bones of the last. Yet many only look up at where they would go, never down at the foundations that bear them.
That is so true, and our society is doing the same damn thing, tearing down all of our history to spite their face, their prejudices, and because of that we lose our history and the reason why we are who we are. But that's tyranny, tyrants, and people who are Nazis. This is not the conservatives, this is the liberals doing this crap. Anyway.
Like a mason who builds a listing tower.
The remaining ice sheet cracks and groans.
What peril do they inflict on their progeny? And what dishonor on their forebears?
You hear the strain of crumbling stone and the voice of the Eyeless. You think it unwise to forget the past. The betrayal of memory upsets you greatly. Yeah.
It is accepting a gift only to spit in the face of the giver. Every advance in the crafts and institutions of Kith was forged by skill and sacrifice.
You feel these words and the anger behind them in your bones, and I agree 100%. That's how our civilization advances, on the skills and sacrifice of our ancestors.
A people cut off from their history will wither, and they deserve no less.
I agree with that also. I agree.
That is why we must return to ourself and restore Abidan.
What do you mean about returning to yourself? Perhaps Abidan was meant to forget his past. Some knowledge is too dangerous for this world. You speak of his history were a guide, yet it doesn't always provide a good example. Memory remains a burden. Even when the events and people it recalls are long gone, it's pain with no purpose. Memory isn't a burden. Very well, return to yourself and be the god of preservation once more. But this is what Ondra wanted. She wanted to get rid of the preservation. Return to yourself and be the god of preservation once more. You must not restore Abidan's memory or his dominion over preservation. I do believe in preservation. History is a guide, and it isn't always a good example, but that's the thing with history. You're supposed to learn from history, not forget it, and then repeat it. Well, you don't really repeat it. Perhaps Abidan was meant to forget his past. What do you mean by returning to yourself?
When Ione Brotha fell, Abidan lost much. His will to preserve, the memory of how and why he died. But he built us with fragments of his own soul. In returning, we can restore what was taken from him.
Perhaps Abidan was meant to forget his past. Some knowledge is too dangerous for this world. Something grinds and rumbles from the chest of the Eyeless. It's laughter.
A facile argument. One that defends stasis, not progress.
Yeah, it's true. Ondra said Abidan's memory would threaten the peace between the worlds. Kith shouldn't have something as powerful as the White Forge. Animacy has made no progress, yet it is responsible for Wix, the Berthric incident, and the swindle of desperate families. Aloth, you were part of the Leaden Key. Surely you understand why some secrets need to be kept. Kith shouldn't have something as powerful as the White Forge.
Yet your hand kindled its fires.
That nearly ended with the destruction of Durrigan's battery and the deaths of thousands. At the time, I didn't know exactly what it was capable of. Yeah, that nearly ended with the destruction.
A fluke, but a costly one.
The souls retreated in their own thoughts.
Still, you point to an exception.
Ondra said Abidan's memory would threaten the peace between the gods.
Just as fire clears dead wood from a forest, struggle makes way for new developments.
Flame rolls across the ice. As it dies away, clumps of ice melt to towers rise higher. If I had my way, I'd say yes. Bring him back. I really would.
Conflict is part of progress.
And it is.
Peace and ignorance is not worth keeping.
And I agree 100% with that. Animacy has made no progress yet. It's responsible for witches, the... Aloth, you were part of the Leaden Key. Surely you understand why some secrets need to be kept.
I thought I did. But who would hold the Leaden Key accountable?
Yeah, I agree with that too.
We cannot defend the intentions of a group that kills to hide secrets.
Yep.
And to what end? To defend the gods? or themselves. More and more these days, I wonder.
Well, Animesi has made no progress, yet it's responsible for swindling desperate families.
And yet you persuaded the Duke to allow Animancy to continue unfettered.
Yeah, I did.
Do not condemn knowledge when it becomes inconvenient for you.
I agree with you, though. I've said my piece.
And we have listened.
What do you mean about returning to yourself? Perhaps okay, You speak as if history were a guide, yet it doesn't always provide a good example.
Then do not look to it for one.
Yep, I agree.
History is not a moral force, but a set of facts. These facts show Kith where they have come from, and how to move forward.
The Peregrine were obsessed with the past. They died in the keep they built to honor it.
And their brethren have built a culture that stretches across Aora, all because they recognize the importance of their shared legacy.
Yet the Peregrine and Durgan's battery might have built more of if they'd surrendered this obsession with legacy and moved east. And before you killed them, they nearly destroyed themselves arguing over the meaning of that legacy. Yeah. Legacy is an idea. We shouldn't prize it over the lives and well-being of Kith. I'll go with number 2.
Yet it drove them to create marvels. Could it have torn them apart with equal force?
You feel the Eyeless wrestling with this question, shifting and struggling under its weight. Yet it drove them to create marvels. Could it have drawn them? Could it have torn them apart with equal force?
Maybe so. But we would not cast history aside over one such example.
The Dewarians and Glathithans have fought 2 wars over their history, and they still haven't moved forward. Yeah, it's true.
But the memory of those wars has likely saved them from another now, when it would shatter a Barondir would.
That's not saying much. Better if the 2 nations could form such a stronger accord. No, perhaps you're right.
One cannot cast history aside simply because it's unpleasant.
I agree. Stalwart and the Iron Flail remained at odds, even in the face of a bigger threat, all because of their history.
The problem is not that they remember too much of their history, but rather too little.
The ice underfoot becomes suddenly clear. Between your boots, you see an ocean separating Adrian and the Eastern Reach.
Right, Serens and Darewoodens alike began as pioneers from Adir. They all came seeking opportunity.
Both the Small's ants crawl across the glassy blue.
Were they to look farther back, they would see their common origins and desires.
The ice dulls and thickens once more. But the experience of history is subjective. People remember what feels immediate and personal, just as you remember your own betrayal. It is somewhat subjective. And they can also change history.
A painful truth.
They pause, recalling their suffering. You feel it radiate from them like heat.
We admit that history can become a hindrance. Even so, we must restore Abidan. Memory remains a burden even when the events and people it recalls are long gone. Is pain with no purpose? No, I do not agree that. Very well, return to yourself and be the god of preservation once more. We must not restore Abaddon's memory or his dominion over preservation. I agree with it though. Very well, return to yourself. We shall see this world and its people restored.
Good. A great wind shoves at your back, your ears pop, and you feel for a moment as if all of the air is being sucked from the sky. Suddenly it ends, and you are standing in the snow, looking over Carrion's scar, stalwart, extraordinary positive. Oh, really?
The Eyeless disappeared beneath the lake, their bond to Ondra finally severed.
I got an achievement.
With this threat ended, hope returned to the White March. Hunters returned to the wildernesses, and travelers to the roads. Tales of the Watcher's bravery replaced stories of monsters in the woods. The villagers of Stalwart busied their hands with work and their tongues with song, eager to seize on the promise of peace.
Wow, okay. Completed. I reached a crystal at the bottom of the Forgotten Army. Okay. So what to do now? So where are we at? And we're still collecting taxes. Oh, we're up here at the very major adventure added. Spires and one day. There's nothing here. Average reputation bonus. Let's send you. Anything else?
All right, then.
Yeah.
Anyone want to talk about what just happened?
Sure.
Can we go anywhere here? Oh, it doesn't look like we can. Nope, we can't. All we can do is leave. Interesting. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it will let us. Oh, we are going. Are we going? We are. Okay, I just wanted to see if we could. Can we go inside of it? Oh, we can't. We can't even get to it now. There was a shrine up here? No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go fast motion. There we go. I guess I didn't realize that that was a shrine. Okay, and we got everything out of it. Okay. So now we need to go. I still need to defeat that dragon. We have some quests to do. I want to go back to get the grieving mother and replace her and him, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think I will. Nope, nope, nope. That was interesting. So is Ondra going to be mad? I would imagine she will be. Because I just changed history. But it's
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Alright, I'm going to pause while I switch on my party, and I got a lot of stuff to sell. Alright, so I got my party all situated and sorted, and a whole bunch of equipment sold, and I got lots of money. We're coming back to Long Watch Fall to try to complete, and did I end up doing all that? I don't think I did. Nope, okay. So we can try to, people. See if we can defeat this dragon now. We are all at level 16. I leveled up the Grieving Mother and Heravix, whatever his name is. Okay, now let us see what we can do here. If we can have a better chance at this. I've got 3 rangers now. And 2 melee, so
Indeed.
we know these all come up over here.
Need something?
Get them scattered apart.
I shall.
Fine.
Hey.
The whole thing is to get all the other stuff done first, I guess. I don't know.
All right then.
We'll see if I'm stronger.
Eh?
And I still have that crappy, what am I on, my bow? I still have that crappy, I forgot about that sword. The unlabored blade. I think I want to change that out. Oh, but I'm going to have to separate the... To do that, I'm going to have to get rid of that binding. So, I think I'm going to get rid of this right now and give her back her... this. And then I need to give her another one. Here it is. I knew I did something with them. I couldn't figure out what I did with them, though. That's a two-handed. Nope, we don't want that. Okay. Alright. Okay, let us see if we can do it now. Nope, just her. The dragon turns his head to look at you. His red eyes are clouded like dirty ice, and its sides heave with labored breaths.
Leave. Now.
I don't think there's any way I can talk. I've tried talking my way out of this before, and I couldn't. Die, dragon. Okay. Now we all have...
Aye?
Okay, so... He's gonna kill us, but we all have... Almost all of us do have something. He doesn't, I don't think. He does. Where are you at? I think the only one who doesn't have a is endurance, but we all have something that we can put down. He's got the worm. And I forgot she had the scallops. The scarabs. I said scallops, but the scarabs. Okay. Okay. And we are already damaged. Can he be confused? Immune to dragon's breath, frightened, paralyzed, stuck, stunned, terrified, or unconscious. He can be turned. The odds probably are not very good that he will be. Okay. All right. See if these can go after all the little things. I know there's going to be something that comes up over here. Okay. That's Revive Fallen. What am I looking for? Holy Radiance. Around the priest, burning any vessels in the vicinity, and regenerating a moderate amount of endurance for allies.
Useless! Oh, God!
Okay. Me. Who is this? Oh, that's you, Alot. Okay, so let's do. Oh, you're still doing. Oh, he did confuse him. All right. Okay. What do we have here? Am I doing something? Okay, now he's turned. All right. Oh, he is stuck. Okay. What can you do, Durrance? Oh, where's that serene seal? Okay. What do you have? You have rot skulls, generates rotting disease, riddle skulls in hand of the caster, acting as a ranged weapon that causes crush damage and applies a disease-based corrode area of effect that does damage over time. Or Sun Lance calls down a powerful flame of sunlight from the sky, inflicting pierce and burn damage. He's doing something himself.
Haru,
Okay.
beyond
This is you. And okay, where are you at? This is Eyeless. Okay, we got rid of that one. That's a worm. Okay. All right. You need to do delayed fireball over him. I suppose he's paralyzed. He is. Okay. Alright, let's see here. You have the ability to call down a pillar of fire.
Got him.
Okay. Are you unstuck? Nope, you're still paralyzed. What are you doing? She only has 21. She's all out of abilities to do anything. Amplified thrust bounces psychic energy harmlessly off the target and onto the closest nearby enemy, causing pierce damage and violently pushing them backward. Didn't I just do that? Oh, it's not working.
Awesome.
We actually did everybody except for this one over here. Okay, you need to heal. Alright, you don't have anything else left. Your focus is gone. Okay. Mind Wave. Soul Shock. Briefly transforms the outer shell of an allied target's soul into energy, releasing... How's that gonna work? What are you trying to do? Okay. Thank you, Durance. How about you? What are you doing? Avenging Storm. The druid makes himself or herself a conduit for the power of a storm. Any target they strike in melee or who strikes them in melee is attacked by... Nope, that isn't going to work. Fire Stag. The druid coalesces tiny nature spirits into the form of a great stag. In a flame, the stag leaves a trail of fire wherever it runs. The spirits inside can be made to disperse violently. Tornado. Okay, this is where we're almost dying here. Oh, what, Sam? Oh, you already did yours, didn't you? How about you? Okay, come on. I need to get rid of this one over here.
Curses! Blinder than...
I think I gave her... Yes, I did. Alright, God, we're so close.
Yeah?
I don't know what these do. Crucible of the Soul. Watcher unveils the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You're still trying to do it. Okay. Can we do... What am I trying to think of here?
Arthur! Word!
Okay. I know I used one on him, but it didn't seem to make much difference. I think I stopped him. Okay. Now we need to do the Pillar of Fire again. Pillar of Faith, or... Pillar of Faith. Barely injured. Okay, what do you got here? You've got to do something too.
Aye?
Are you doing your delayed fireball? That's what he does. He just kills us. That one finally done? It is. Okay.
Arthur! Word than wrong!
What do we have? Sunbeam. Arcane Dampener creates a nullifying field of magical energy around the chosen point, suppressing all beneficial effects. Falls on a shaft of intense sunlight. Come on. I'm using up all my skulls. Oh, that's right. She's got this thing here that remembrance of life's warmth. It has endurance. I don't know how it works. I thought this thing was dead. Okay, for some reason it won't let me do it. Alright. What's it do? How do I use it? We're all dead!
Your thoughts must flow deep.
Okay, you have got to do something here. Okay, and then you've got this. Yeah, I know we're all tired. Damn it. Damn it! She's only got 6 left. What is this? Turns into a spirit ship Stagler. I don't know if that's gonna be worth it or not. Venom is beautiful, but panic inducing, field of poisonous, weaken and deal raw damage over time to the host in the area.
Arthur, worth and wrath!
Okay, it's coming after you. Okay. Oh, you're just barely injured. Yeah, I know, you're gonna kill him. Damn it! Damn it!
Arthur, worth...
Yeah, you just knocked him out. I know. Damn it, I can't do it. Well, I'm gonna have to do this. Try it again. But anyway, if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.